Whoa, there have been some wild twists in the story of comedian Russell Brand, a critic of the mainstream media who should be cancelled for being a sexual predator, according to the mainstream media. First, people who haven't been following his videos are becoming aware of the truths that Brand shared that meant he had to be silenced. Just listen to this.
How can you have energy companies that profit when there's an energy crisis, military-industrial complex that profits when it's a war, pharmaceutical companies that profit when there's a pandemic? You're creating the necessity for ongoing crisis.
Yes.
If the elites in a society benefit from situations that are detrimental to everybody else, that's what reality's going to become. That's what reality has become.
Okay, when he said that, it was such a truth bomb that it was shared by lots of independent media, including our Friday group, but not by the mainstream media. But you can see how the military-industrial media complex would react. They would know that this man would have to be shut up. Second, many big names are rising to speak on Brand's behalf, and that includes Rose McGowan, the biggest name in the Me Too movement. She's famous for defending women against misbehaving men. But here's what she asks about the silencing of Brand.
So I have to ask why? Why now? What is the true narrative they're pushing?
The mainstream media has been repeatedly claiming that the only people who would defend Brand are conspiracy theorists on social media. But that's clearly not true. Rose McGowan is a ferocious critic of men who mistreat women. And she's speaking for many when she says,
So there's something very strange going on.
There's something very strange going on. Alan Sugar, one of the UK's best-known business people, said it was curious that multiple women had come forward at the same time. In response, many people pointed out that the women didn't come forward. The media actively brought them forward. Calvin Robinson, a popular UK clergyman, said,
Mainstream media has become judge, jury and executioner. It leaves one wondering, what is their motivation?
The real problem, he said, was that Russell Brand has amassed an audience bigger than the Times and Channel 4 combined.
Independent media like that is a threat to the establishment, especially when you start talking about things the establishment would rather you not, like this.
Have an economic system in which pharmaceutical companies benefit hugely from medical emergencies, where a military-industrial complex benefits from war, where energy companies benefit from energy crises. You are going to generate states of perpetual crisis, where the interests of ordinary people separate from the interests of the elite.
There's a third revelation too. Many people have been shocked that the UK government is issuing letters about Russell Brand to multiple outlets where the public can give their view. That includes YouTube, Rumble, X, TikTok, Facebook. Now, the woman leading this campaign was formerly married to Mark Lancaster of the infamous 77th Brigade. That's the Army Intelligence Psychological Operations Division. And it uses the mainstream media to brainwash, shape the perceptions of the public around the world. Now, we know all about them in Hong Kong. In the autumn of 2019, almost 1,000 accounts on Twitter that tried to give the other side of the story about the violent Hong Kong protests, 1,000 accounts were inexplicably removed. At the same time, independent journalists revealed that a senior executive now working at Twitter was working for the 77th Brigade. Now, that's just one example, but there are many more. The brigade claims to have the capability to compete in the war of narratives at the tactical level. That's a rather posh British way of saying we can trick anyone. And trick people they do. But here's the thing, an increasing number of people are wise to what's going on. We're all getting harder to fool. It's got to be a good thing, right? Peace.